Hi everyone, welcome to the nutrition program at Anchor Life and Fitness. I'm Charlene Richardson, owner of Anchor, and I will be reviewing the program and our philosophy. We believe in eating real nutrient-dense food. Think about food that your great-great-grandparents ate. We are talking about real food, the food that helps give our bodies the proper nutrients it needs so our bodies can function properly and maintain health and balance. We also take a bio-individual approach. What does this mean? We understand that there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all approach. It is essential that we understand the individual and what they may be experiencing when they consume food. We believe in considering all factors and what stage of life each person is at. Someone may be very active, new in their career, and very stressed. Someone else may be pregnant, working in their job for many years, very active, and having some family stress welcoming their fourth child into the world. Or we may have a high school athlete who wants to perform at their best, make the varsity team, and find out which meals may be best for them prior to games. All of these factors are taken into consideration, and this is what we mean when we say a bio-individual approach. Finally, we also believe in mindfulness, keeping technology away, not being on our cell phones, or talking and eating. We want to make sure that we are taking the time to eat and so that proper digestion can occur. While we take a bio-individual approach, we also stand by our foundations of nutrient-dense real foods, digestion, blood sugar regulation, fatty acids, minerals, and hydration. First, digestion is critical to our health. Our digestion is a north to south process that begins in the brain. Think when you first smell food. In order to get all the nutrients absorbed, digestion must be working properly. Every cell in our body depends on digestion to provide the nutrients necessary for structure and function. Have you ever had constipation, diarrhea, bloating, heartburn, burping after eating? If so, you could be experiencing digestive symptoms. What causes these symptoms? Stress. Who's not stressed out these days? Drugs, alcohol, we know social life, eating too much, eating too fast, eating too fast, mineral deficiencies, and others. If our digestion is not working properly, we may not be absorbing nutrients properly, and therefore our bodies can't work properly. Earlier, I spoke about mindfulness when eating. If we don't chew our food properly by giving it enough time to mix with the saliva, food then can't be broken down properly, specifically starchy carbs. Next, if we don't have enough stomach acid, we are vulnerable to pathogens and protein digestion can't occur and can't be absorbed. We need proper digestion so that we are absorbing our nutrients so all the cells, organs, and systems can properly function and we can feel good overall. Blood sugar regulation is probably something that you are most familiar with, as it includes fasting, your fasting blood glucose numbers. According to the Nutritional Therapy Association, never before have we had an emergency need to lower sugar. Increased consumption of processed foods and refined foods, environmental toxins, and stress have created this situation. Now, isn't that startling? With this increase in processed food that contain high fructose corn syrup, there's just sugar in pretty much everything we eat. From our breads, dressings, the Coke, the Frappuccinos, the applesauce, protein bars, it's everywhere. And due to this increased sugar consumption, our pancreas has to pump insulin to lower sugar. Think about this. Do you get hangry? I know I do. Do you have low energy levels? Headaches, memory issues, difficulty concentrating? All of these are common signs and symptoms of too much insulin in response to too much sugar. The problem for many Americans is that this cycle continues over and over again. This cycle, though, leads to type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Now, how can you help yourself to get off this cycle? You want to focus on eating a well-balanced meal, making sure that you have a great balance of macronutrients, fats, proteins, and carbs. You want to make sure that you are doing whatever you can to reduce stress, and then moving more will help your blood sugar regulation. How many times throughout the years have you heard that fats are bad for you? I'm sick of hearing it. But I'm happy to tell you that fats are not They are in fact an essential nutrient with many roles. Some of the roles include that they are a source of energy, they aid in absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins, they make food taste good, they increase satiety, and more. Unfortunately, we have a fatty acid deficiency that has led to musculoskeletal issues, endocrine issues, cardiovascular issues, immune issues, allergies, skin problems, depression, and more. When it comes to fats, we want to focus on the ones that are simple to extract from the seed or animals, such as butter, olive oil, lard, and coconut oil. There are healthy fats our ancestors. These are the healthy fats our ancestors ate as well. Unfortunately, there are unhealthy fats such as the artificial trans fat, canola oil, soybean oil, and cottonseed oil that require sophisticated equipment and cause inflammation in the body. Have you heard of omega-6 and omega-3? The ideal ratio is 2-to-1. Some omega-3s include fish oil, grass-fed beef, flaxseed oil. Omega-6 includes sunflower oil and sesame oil. Without enough fats in our diet, many issues can occur, as stated previously. So just make sure that this important macronutrient is in your diet. Our next foundation that we look at in our program is mineral balance. There are several minerals that we need so our bodies can function properly and optimally. I'd like to touch base on a few, and these ones are some that us Americans are commonly deficient in. We need zinc for optimal immune function, iodine for thyroid function, iron for the formation of hemoglobin to carry oxygen molecules through the body, magnesium activates enzymes for protein and carbohydrate metabolism, and then finally we get to calcium, the most abundant mineral element in the body. The good news, most Americans get plenty of calcium. The problem, we can't properly absorb it. There are 6 cofactors that impact the absorption of calcium, including hormone function, hydration, vitamins, fatty acids, and digestion. To have optimal health, we need to make sure that we have proper amounts of these minerals so that our bodies can function. Our final foundation that is important to discuss is hydration. Have you ever started your day with several cups of coffee and all of a sudden you realize you haven't had a sip of water? Ugh. Many Americans live in a chronic state of dehydration, which can cause significant health problems ranging from digestive, cardiovascular, immune, and musculoskeletal. Did you know that your back pain can be caused from being dehydrated? That is one chronic sign. Some early signs include thirst, fatigue, dry mouth, darker urine, muscle cramps, and more. Chronic symptoms can also include heartburn, joint pain, back pain, exercise-induced asthma. Water plays so many important roles, including the transportation of nutrients, regulating body temperature, lubricating joints, and more. Did you know that if you're dehydrated, that it is easier to pull a muscle when you're working out? Not good. Did you know that in order for the water to be absorbed, we need electrolytes? You can get electrolytes from coconut water, unrefined sea salt, Element, which we do carry in-house, and others. How much should you be consuming? Females 19 years old to 70 should be around 74 ounces per day, and males 19 to 70 should be around 100. Now, this is just a general range, and there are so many factors to consider, including age, activity level, processed food, urine color, thirst, elevation that you live in, and others. Plus, considering the amount of coffee and other diuretics, sodas, teas. The most important thing is to make sure that you are properly hydrated with water and electrolytes so that your body can perform optimally and reduce the risk of being chronically dehydrated. What I want you to understand the most is that the nutrition program at Anchor is dedicated to taking care of you on a bio-individual basis. We want to get to the root cause of why you may be experiencing symptoms and help relieve those symptoms using nutritional therapy. We focus on eating real, nutrient-dense food. We love educating our community and providing as many resources as possible so that you can truly take care of your health for the prevention of chronic disease.